Good morning. I did not expect this today. So today they released the player support is changing, the 2025 roadmap, and there is a video, of course, we will be checking out. Okay, guys, here's the video. Let's check it out and see what they have to say. So this is the new CEO.
Earlier this year, we promised significant investment in our player support offering, and we meant it. Since then, we've been working across the studio to build a clear, focused roadmap that addresses the things you've been telling us for an awfully long time.
Let's see.
I'm pleased to say that some of that work is already done.
Some of that work is already done.
Just last month, we rolled out the first improvement from this roadmap. You'll now get a message center notification when your macroing reports have led to action being taken.
This is something funny that so many people wanted in the game. So basically, if you send in a botting report, you will get to know that the action has been taken against the rule breaker, which is funny that people care so much. But I mean, it does feel good that you're helping the game, you know what I mean, getting them out of there. And overall, it's just not a good experience or a fun experience when you're playing a game with so many bots.
This was something that 89% of you asked for.
Yeah, high number.
In our latest player support survey. We didn't wait around, we just got it done. This is just the start, but we hope that it serves as a good indication of what is to come and how committed we are to improving your overall experience with Jagex
Sailing.
and our games. Today we're so excited to be sharing the full roadmap with you. This roadmap is all about making support better for you.
Sure.
Not in the distant future, but right now. And throughout the year ahead. We know there's more to do, and we're serious about getting this.
I think they're addressing this like so heavily because in that survey they sent out last year, they wanted to charge players for player support, which sounds like crazy, but yeah.
That's right. So with that, I'd like to hand over to the team that have been working so hard on these changes.
Awesome.
Who will take you through everything that's happened so far and what's to come throughout the rest of 2025.
Last year, as we knew we wanted to improve customer support, we began by identifying the main points of frustration from the community. We've scoured social channels, collated feedback from surveys, and dug into how satisfied you are as players. Then, in December, we ran a player support survey to understand what was really important for us to improve, and over 7,000 of you responded.
There was only 7,000 people that responded in that survey. That's actually wild. I thought it was a lot more. Actually, I believe it was only sent out to a certain amount of players, but...
This data has then helped us to focus on what matters most. Things like faster responses, easier contact with real support agents, more transparency on bans and cheating reports, and better protection for your accounts.
We also made sure...
100% agree with that because it's one of those things that, like, if a player is not famous and in the game at all, like if they're not some huge content creator, like I have no way to reach a JMod. If you don't have a huge name in the community, then if you get some false ban or something, you're pretty much screwed unless you can go out of your way and figure it out on Twitter or something. It's one of those things where it's kind of gotten out of hand and there's been so many false bans. There's been so many, oh, you were botting, and it's like, what? Like it's pretty bad, man.
Teams from OSRS, RS3, player support, community, and more came together to prioritize the changes that will make the biggest impact for all players.
So, what's already changed? In late 2024, we introduced smarter filtering for chat spam, which has already led to thousands of mutes. We know there's more to do, and the system's being refined constantly as spammers continually change their approach, and we need to do the same. As we mentioned earlier, you'll now get a message when your macro report leads to action. It's a first step.
It is cool that they're clearing that because some of the chat is just so annoying. Like, I'm here, do this, blah, 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 gambling. And it's just like, it just looks cluttered and ugly. And yeah, I don't know. I think that's obviously good. And then the whole, when you do actually ban somebody, it tells you. I mean, that's good to show that you're doing your part.
And we're planning to expand this to other types of reports later this year.
Cool. RS3.
If you've upgraded to a Jagex account, you now have a central place to track your support tickets, update them, and manage everything in one spot. Throughout May, we'll be gradually moving all contact forms into one central place, making it easier for you to contact support directly.
Let's start with the first of 3
Oh, that's
pillars.
actually really sweet. Like right from the Jagex launcher, you can contact support. It is sort of like another thing though, if I heard that correctly, where they're almost forcing people to move over to Jagex accounts. But at the end of the day, you kind of should anyways, for security and whatever. But that's actually really cool.
Support provision. In December's survey, 94% of you said that being able to easily contact support is important.
Yes.
In April, we're improving systems and adding more people to target a response time of under 48 hours.
Damn,
4
that's
out of
actually
5 of you
awesome.
said this was important in that survey.
Yes, thank
in
you.
July, we'll improve the experience further with a new contact widget, smarter search, and a simpler ticket creation.
I like that a lot. That's gonna help
Q3
for
live chat
sure.
is coming, phased from August. You'll be able to speak with a real agent on tech, billing, and account issues during our busy experience.
Awesome.
from
This is
2
something we've
PM
needed
till
for
11 PM
so
GMT.
long, and it's good that
And
they're
we'll
finally
respond to
actually
the
doing
top side
it.
of these within 48 hours. We're being honest here. This is a big step for us, and it
I
might
think
not
the
always
reason
be.
they have to say within 48 hours, I think it will be a lot quicker than that, but they have weekends, right? And like they're gonna have to not have people working all the time, you know what I mean? So I think that's why they're saying 48 hours. I think it'll be a lot quicker.
Smooth sailing right away, but we're going to learn, adjust if needed, and be transparent every step of the way.
The second pillar is all about keeping your account safe and giving you control.
Yes.
You've noticed that take-up is very low on Jagex account users, enabling some of those key security features that are already available. So in Q2, we're adding better prompts and clearer login warnings if your account is missing any of these. But don't worry, we won't be spamming you. These are just going to be
Good.
friendly reminders. From
Thank
December's
you.
survey, 87% of players want Jagex to lock their account if hijacked so they can recover it. So we're developing new systems to detect suspicious login behavior, lock the account if needed, and alert you.
I know a lot of the community uses VPNs, so I'm not sure how this is going to work with that, but the more security, the better, really.
Stopping hijackers in their tracks. This will also be rolled out in Q2. In that same survey, 63% of players were worried they'd not be able to recover their Jagex account if they lost access.
Yeah.
So we're working on safe and secure account recovery methods, making recovery easier, but still secure.
I actually think that's a big reason why a lot of people haven't switched over to the Jagex accounts, is because they're like, why would you put 10 accounts on one account? If that one account gets hacked, you lose 10 accounts. So I think that's why people are concerned. So more security for the Jagex account, the better.
There'll be much more on this later once we finalise it in Q3. We've also heard your frustrations with some Jagex account limitations, things like world hopping, character switching on mobile, and Linux launcher support. We're working through these, but we're not quite ready to confirm timeframes just yet, but as soon as we are, you'll be the first to know.
Our third pillar is about keeping the game fair for everyone. We've already banned 746,000 plus macro accounts this year, and we're building more
That's
capability on real-world
crazy.
trading now.
Just think about that. 700,000+ this year. It's April. Just from macroing. So they are doing it. That's why the prices are, going up, going down. They're actually working on it.
You'll see a reduction in activity, and we'll start sharing more stats regularly.
And as we head into Q4, we'll use everything we've learned to start planning for 2026, while continuing to ship and refine improvements throughout this year.
As you've heard from Mod Kelvin, Mod Cephos, and Mod Athena, your survey responses really help us to understand what's of most importance to you.
We continue to be serious about wanting to deliver improvements. You'll soon see regular short, optional surveys asking for your feedback. Now, these will be sent via email and will also be posted on news posts, blog posts, and socials for...
The thing I do like about this is you can see that Jagex, they truly actually care and they want to make a difference, and they know that they've messed up in the past and they really don't want to do that again. And they can see the game is growing and doing well. So I can tell they're really trying here, which is very good to see.
anyone to give their feedback.
They won't take long to complete and will be vital to help us track how we're doing and importantly, get your feedback. So
Okay.
please, let us
I'll
know
do it.
when we're on the right path and when we're not.
Mod Ash.
This roadmap is just the beginning. Jagex is committed to delivering a support service worthy of the time and effort that you put into building your RuneScape characters. And
True.
we'll get there with your help.
True.
We'll keep listening, improving, and sharing our progress. See you in Ellinia.
Awesome. I'm actually very impressed with this, and I really hope it does go well. Alright, so yeah, this year we're making substantial improvements to our player support services. You've told us loud and clear that we need to do better, and throughout 2025, that's exactly what we plan to do. Our goal is to enhance your overall experience, ensure you receive the high quality support you deserve, and rebuild your trust in player support. The player support survey we sent out in December 2024 has directly informed our work. We want to make sure we're focused on the areas that are most important to the community. So following that, we've ensured that all areas of the studio, from old school RuneScape and RS3 developers to community management, player support, and beyond, have all worked together to make sure we're addressing your biggest concerns. So here's some stats. So 31% were satisfied with Jagex's customer support. That's not very good. So 94% said being able to easily contact support is important. Of these, 45% say Jagex is performing poorly. 91% said being able to contact a human is important. I agree with that. It's one of those things where it's like, if player support is a bot, then it's like, they're not going to really do too much, you know what I mean? You kind of really need to talk to a human in certain scenarios like that. And then 80% said quick response times are important. Yes, that's obviously really important. Within 48 hours is good enough, honestly. And yeah, I think, like I said, I think it's going to be quicker than that. So 71% of players dislike not having live chat available. 66% of respondents had their account hijacked or knew someone who had. That is a very high number and pretty concerning. 87% want Jagex to lock their account if hijacked so they can recover it. 63% were worried they would not be able to recover their Jagex account if they lost access. Of course, I would be worried about that too. 77% of those appealing their ban were unsatisfied with the experience. 89% of players want to receive confirmation of their cheating report. That is something too, right? Again, if you get a false ban, it's one of those things like you want to see why, you want to see how. If you want to report someone, you want to see if it actually went through or if you just wasted your time type thing. I get it. 71% of players want Jagex to take action on chat spam. Obviously, it's just so annoying walking to the Grand Exchange and it's like, go to this website, or it's like, whatever they say, like gambling, some bullshit. It's just ugly, you know? We want to clear that out. We want to hear what other players have to say, but not the spam. And 90% of players would dislike if Jagex didn't control in-game botting. Imagine if they just let it roam free, like everything would be so ruined. So I'm surprised it's not higher than 90%. So this is obviously the player support roadmap that they just kind of gave out to us. You can see the spring 2025, the summer, the autumn, and beyond. So it's one of those things where you can really see they are trying to make a change, right? So, you know, cheating detection and removal is in the spring, and then support. And then also in the summer, right, they're bringing out some more stuff too, like account hijacking detection, live chat, improved ban appeals. And then in like the autumn, obviously, they're going to be doing more. And then and beyond. And you can see in the and beyond section over here, display names, self-service, Jagex account pain points, and other issues. And obviously, they're just going to continue to expand this. So it's really nice to see them realize how big of an issue this is. I mean, if you're a huge RuneScape player and you've been playing for 10 years and your account gets hijacked, and I don't really think you're just gonna start a new account all over again. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like, that's a really dedicated player you have and you really want to keep them happy and protected, right? Well, definitely wasn't expecting this today, but I'm glad to see it has come through. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this, if you think they can improve anything that they've said, or, you know, if you think it's gonna go as well as planned, whatever. Just let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching the video today. I will catch you in the next one. See ya later.